Mrs. Claus, were you out there at all the last couple of days? It's a very nice Christmassy outfit you got.
I mean, it is Christmas time almost, right?
Yeah.
We're about to get snow, have a white Christmas. Yeah,
Right.
Luckily enough, I was not outside this time. I was for the Santa Run early this weekend, but inside tonight. So we begin the sports party inside tonight at the top of the hill in Bulldog Country for a doubleheader dog day. It's ugly Christmas sweater night, but who would depart Romano with the true victorious holiday spirit? It's J-Dub drawing up the play calls for his Bulldogs as they take on my Winona State Warriors, calling this the battle of the War Dogs. My goodness, the Dogs would take home ownership early. Joshua Brown driving to the basket, step back, that's good, and the Dogs cap off their 12-0 run there. Then from one chef to another, Mr. Brown home cooking again. That bucket puts the Dogs up 15-4 in the first half. And then defending Defensive Player of the Year enters the chat. Charlie Katana, 3 for 3 from beyond the arc right there. He's got a little holiday cheer in his step. Can't blame him. It's Dogs Warriors a lot too little now. Katona's three-point magic must run in the family. Younger brother Nick taking notes from his older brother to make this one a 24-4 game midway through the first. And speaking of young guys, freshman Cole Hansen is all alone inside, grinds to the rim looking for the end one. He gets 2. 26-6, but plot twist. After the Warriors trailed by 20 with 9 minutes to go, they not only force overtime, but they earn the come-from-behind win over the Bulldogs 72-71. And prior to that one, it's Mandy Pearson rocking her red high heels as her Bulldogs take on Anna Wirtz and the Winona State Warriors. This one would write an entirely different story. Let me tell you why. Olivia Gamock shoots it out to Haley Markworth, who is just flying high in Romano. She puts the Perp within 5. And then a little slick bounce pass from Maya Morjani to Joanna Miller for the easy layup. UMD leads 52-48, but the Perp wasn't leaving Romano easily. They tie it up 55-55, and I bet you know what happens from here. Overtime basketball, Maddie Schmitz beating Morjani to the basket. Warriors are rolling. In extra time, 6-3, 57. Lexi Carlin locks in here. The standard layup to put the home team within 4. Morjani cashes in herself, fighting to regain their lead, but the Bulldogs' fight wouldn't be enough to hold off the Road Warriors, who head back south with a 67-65 thrilling overtime win.